Alright, everybody, welcome in. This is another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmore, and this is Effecto, aka Eddie. Eddie submitted another game for us, and he told me, hey, actually, I usually play under Effecto. Okay. And his opponent in this match will be kekedafofo. 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 Okay, interesting. And this will be a Vanguard versus Infernal here. Kekedafofo opening with Shrine first. So it looked like into two structures on the low ground. And Effecto double racks opening with two Lancers already across the map. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Is this all in? It's not. Has put one worker, is rallying workers to Ethereum. I don't know if Lancer all in is a thing anymore. I don't know, especially if you're not bringing some servos for a bunker rush. Uh, but the two Lancers here do arrive on time. There is a Brute here, but the two Imps pull back. Another Imp trying to pull back, maybe gonna get killed. Yeah, we do see a Ritual Chamber go down from one of the weak Imps. Effigy pop. The effigy had done its work already. Another effigy pop. Those are effectively useless effigies at this point, so they were not super important. Gaunts came out. They don't want to get killed by the Lancers, and two more Lancers showed up. I said, is this all in? Well, it kind of looks a little all in-y right now, as Effecto has shown up. The Imps turn to fight. They are kind of wimps. That's where they get their names. But when they all turn and fight in a big battle like this, actually they did a pretty good job. It's not even clear. Oh, maybe a couple went down. A couple did go down. And a lot of Lancers went down there, so that actually is looking pretty good for kekedafofo right now. Nonetheless, Effecto, our hero Eddie, is chomping at this vault in the front line, saying, I dare you to get enough units to deal with my Lancers. And he just runs them in, scoots them. Scoopity dooby. Scoots right by. Says, I remember where your imps were. They're up here. They want to fight again? Because I got four. Trying to take the good slices here.
Stormgate will activate soon.
Not got a couple imp kills, but not quite getting the damage that he needs to again. Imps turn to fight. They got that nice range attack. They're doing pretty good DPS to these Lancers. Lancers are trying to run away. This time they're trying to get away without dying. Like last time they died. New Lancers show up and they're like, nope, we're out of here. Nope. Right on out. Looks like they might head for the Stormgate. Actually, these guys, I like that. Very good control. Eddie deciding these guys need to go down to the Wellspring, have a little day off, while the rest of them can go chomp at the Stormgate. One of them up there could use a few days down at the Wellspring, but is helpful with the DPS. I'm not sure how many Lancers you need to DPS a Stormgate down, if you're being uncontested. I'm sure some folks have figured these things out. I know you can do it with a couple Fiends pretty easy because they have pretty good DPS. Now, were these Lancers rallied? Let's check. Let's check. They are. Okay, they just changed their rally. But they were able to capture that, and that looks like it might be a... Oh, it's a Soul Forge. What are we going to do with that? If it was going to be Lancers, we would have seen it popped already. We have Exos out. It could be Exos. But it could be used for... Oh, no, it's Exos. A couple extra Exos out. And Eddie is ahead a little bit in supply now. Maybe just some of the harass he was doing was enough to disrupt kekedafofo's macro. Although Kiki is trying to get another base down. Eddie also on track for that. And looking for a backdoor base. Nothing there. Free's still up. Lancers and Exos. A nice Bioforce. No Medtechs yet added. Ooh, Lancers popping out 3 at a time. And I think we have Quick Draw Hustle down, and we're looking to get our Kinetic Redirect. It's not yet up. Picked off an effigy, did a little bit of skirmishy, but decides to pull back, I guess. I think probably could have done some damage there. There are some Hex in here who might not have their Hex field up yet. You see a mine going down. So I do think Eddy was a little timid there maybe with that poke. But perhaps after taking some losses earlier with the Lancer Harass and not getting the full effect, maybe trying to be a little more conservative. I respect that. And we do see, you know, from our God's Eye view that the supplies are very close right now. And we don't see worker supply hitting the mine. Oh,
Dimensional rift detected.
What kind of game sense was that? Just inches from triggering that trap, and he pulled back. Maybe he thought, hey, I'm gonna go for the Stormgate instead. Standing on the high ground here is interesting because if he goes running by to get the Stormgate, you have the vision, and you can either run into the base to kill base or chase him and try and flank him, catch him between his base and the Stormgate. And oh, it looked like that might be what's happening. Nope. Eddy goes and scoots forward, sees what he can see, and then says, maybe I'll go for the Stormgate. And also wisely goes around the long way to not try and get caught accidentally. Sensor drone. Ooh, Eddy's got some really good wise play here. Good game sense. Sending that sensor drone to see, hey, are you going to come and try and jump on me while I get this Stormgate? Might be useful to have something over here to just scout and see if they're gonna push the base too. But what do we get? Oh, we get the dropper baby. What's it? The Cosmic Drifter. Picks up just a nice assortment. 4 of each, it looks like. Where are you gonna drift to, Cosmic Drifter? Connect the dots. Plop! Okay, it looks like Cosmic Drifter is gonna be doing some old plopping business over there. Just the Cosmic, there it is. We'll keep our eye on the mini map there and see if we can see it, because I imagine Eddy's gonna try some shenanigans over here, and he doesn't really need to because this army's already pushing out. Let's check on the timing here. So this army's going here. Did Eddy see it? I'm not sure, because Eddy's like, I'm gonna poke up here just as this army gets down here. There are mags here, there are Hellborns, they can knock down the woods. But no, Eddy did the sneak around back, and great timing of this. There's almost no response to what's happening in the base. These units get system shock and try and run away, but they're going to be in trouble. The sensor drone there seeing the army moving. Nice hex field there. Like I said, there's no answer to what's going on back here. Oh, System Shock tries to get out. Another System Shock runs through the hex field but gets away because System Shock makes you the fastest little dudes in the whole game. You can zip away there. Phantom's, I guess, able to catch up and trying to go home. And like I said, zero answer to what's going on with the drop here. And kekedafofo is kind of mad rushing his army across the map to try and counter what Eddy's done to him. And the one advantage here is kekedafofo has the supply lead, even after losing a number of workers. And has a real nasty looking army here. And we see defenses going down crazy fast here for Eddy. Can he get something? He does got one in the flat cannon in the back. Supply is just a block at the front. Walks out of the hex field. And it looks like everything's trying to rush home and defend, because this really is... Oh, Hexfield on the servos. Servos are going to turn into a ton of phantoms. kekedafofo is got a chance here. Here comes the drop on the back line where the Hellborn on. There's a lot of Hellborn back here. And we get a Hex Field. Really nice control from kekedafofo to try and keep this going. This could be a win for Kiki here. I don't know how Eddy's going to come back from that. Cosmic Drifter. This was a great two-pronged attack. But there is this one problem that you get sometimes when you make a sweet play like that. When your opponent knows that they are back on their heels, they say, fine, A move base, let me see what damage I can do. And if you split your army into two, lost some units in a harass, etc., all of a sudden you're in the position that Eddy finds himself in, which is hard to defend. Now, right now Kiki is chasing down workers. This is not effective. Should be pushing up in here. But I do think that this game is pretty much over. We did see some secret tech up here. There is a hurricane. So let's see what happens here. Cosmic Drifter with another drop. It's 4 medtechs and an exo. Something tells me there might have been more than that there before. But there's enough units here to chase that away while another group of units grabs a deep one from the Stormgate. What a fun and interesting game. I think the deep one is the end of the game. So we're going to watch him walk up the ramp, and there are, oh my goodness, flat cannon galore, even with the rampart and reinforce going down. But the deep one just says, you don't know me. I'm a big, bad, nasty guy. Out come the bombing runs. Lots of Gaunts go down, a few Hellborn. Deep one too. And actually, wow! Kiki calls it. GG. Clutch defense from Eddy in the end there. Wow, I was about to give Eddy props for submitting a losing game, but pulls it out in the end with the secret Hurricane tech. Good game.